this one, and it feels very Greek in the flavor, like Greece, ancient Greece. Here you have this King of Pentacles. This is somebody that's not necessarily just got the money, but got the wisdom going on, and the Hermit. And here's this young girl wanting to have more knowledge, wanting to understand things, grow, understand her role in the world different than what is just assigned. Five of Pentacles, being locked outside, like you can't come in. It's a boys' club. You can't come in here. You're not allowed here. You're just a girl, is what's going on. You're not supposed to have access there. It's a frustrating situation for you because you were a smart cookie. Eight of Cups, again, the longing, the desire to move forward. This is the mini version of the Hermit, the wanting to seek. The Hermit's actually allowed to climb and do things and know things, and so far you're being blocked for whatever reason other than gender. I'm not sure what. It's kind of frustrating. The Moon. There's some kind of illusion, some kind of deception, and this is some kind of desire. Do I dare? Do I dare? It very much is the story like Yentl. It's do I dare? Do I dare? How do I get around these rules? How do I move through the system? And I'm not quite sure how you do that yet. Let's see what happens next. You battle. It's like, here's the battle with the boys. It's also, sometimes I call it the Royal Rumble of the cards. It's like battling, mock battle, pretend battles, nothing very, very deadly. But you're battling to prove something. You're beating out the competition. You're proving yourself smarter and wiser and stronger than they are. Like, I don't even know if you're going in disguise, undercover, or you're just being more of a smart mouth. I think you're being a smart mouth and a thinker. So if somebody says something that's blatantly untrue or kind of ignorant or stupid, you're kind of shooting them down in flames verbally, making sure that your opinion is heard, your voice is heard, trying to get the attention of someone who can get you further down the track. Yeah. Here's the Chariot. It's balancing the yin and yang, and you want to be the driver of that. And it's like you need to shove somebody out of that seat. It's like you have to displace somebody else from being in whatever version of school that might be, being around whatever that is. You have to displace somebody. What's up with that? It really is like you have to shove them out of the way. Page of Cups. Ooh, you trickery. You are a tricker. In this one, you come up with an offer for this person to shove them out of the way. You act all lovey-dovey like they're going to get a choice, blah, 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 blah. You're very receptive, very, very grounded, very aware of what you're doing. You have a plan that you're hatching. This isn't so much a pregnancy. This is a plan, a project, how to get them out of the way. So basically, you offer them this loving relationship, blah, blah, blah. You have them all caught up in their hormones and in their head, and they aren't thinking clearly anyway. So you're the behind-the-scenes person doing the things that you do to drive this. You're a little devious.
She said, I'm in a male-dominated industry, project management.
Yeah, well, in this one, you're very devious in this previous life. Very devious because you wanted to have your shot. You wanted to have your chance. The only way to get it, I wonder if you wore a beard.
What? Jeez.
I think you were. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, Tower, Foundational Tower. Now, back in the times of Greece, if somebody was gay or not gay, it wasn't as much of a big deal as it is in American society. But I think you were establishing something where you could establish a relationship and give somebody a little bit of cover. You have the Ace of Wands and Knight of Wands, and I think this is the person here reflected that you're dealing with. You're all lovey-dovey, blah, blah, blah. But this person's also struggling with their own gender.
I wore a beard. LOL.
No, you were the beard.
You were the beard?
Yeah, it's like, you know, in Will and Grace, and sometimes people will pretend to be a married couple when one of them is really gay and it's not Grace. Grace is kind of the beard. So, I don't know what you call that. Maybe I got that misconstrued, but that's what it was. That energy. The Tower is here. And this isn't two people falling out. This is one person falling out. The structure has to come down. It's almost like there was a false relationship and a false commitment between you two. And then when things came down, you were the one that would have inherited. You were the one that would have gotten if you were married and wed, you would have gotten the money. You would have gotten the gift of what was to go forward. And whoever this other person was that battled and had some competition, the one you were connected with, when they were out of the picture, they were really out of the picture, like poof, gone. And whoever they left behind, there wasn't any legal thing that bound him to this other man. So there was no legal binding. You had that covered. It's how you were devious and shenaniganed your way through it. Wow. I didn't know these cards would tell me such things. Rude. Okay.
At first she didn't. She got it. She's like, oh, okay.
Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, fate steps in. And whatever happens, this tower thing, when fate steps in and he's like thrown, I don't know what he's thrown from or how he's thrown, but there's a accident that happens. It could have been a collision of a sort. I don't know if it's a collision of people, of energies, or a literal collision, like crashing of something. But when the Wheel of Fortune steps in, there's the collision, and that's when the fate shifts for you, and it moves forward in your favor.
She's like, my mind is blown.
Anything else going on? How did you go about things after he's gone? It's like you weren't super wealthy as far as this inheritance goes, but you had enough. You were comfortable. There's nothing that indicates that you weren't comfortable. Yeah, you crossed through. You have the star. This is your second chance. You crossed through that portal of just being a girl to being something more, where you were established, where you were the like the matriarch of the house, and he's gone now. So you have your second chance. You have your shot. Yeah, 6 of Cups, 4 of Cups. This is like nostalgia about what was there in that relationship. After he's gone, there's this nostalgia. And maybe you missed the boat a little bit on some of that relationship. There's a little bit of bittersweet going on with that. Even though it wouldn't have been exactly, you know, the more traditional relationship as we would see it, it worked for you guys, and so you miss him. The Hangman in Limbo and the Ten of Swords. Ooh, this is about his other person. His other person is this Hangman entangled, Ten of Swords in trouble. Some kind of trouble, some kind of hardship going on with him. Did you go in and help this person? 5 of Cups. There's grief, there's sorrow, there's sadness, there's some sort of exposure going on, and this person was truly way overwhelmed with grief. Like he grieved your person more than you grieved your person. Like you guys were the established traditional, and here's the husband role with his boyfriend role, and he's grieving in a different way, grieving more the grief of a lover. Can you help this person though? That's what I'm wondering. A little. I think that you're able to help him, you know, recognize that being himself is a good thing. That even though it felt costly, it's still a good thing because he was honoring his truth. So was your person that died. But only a little. He's really lost in that. This is the well. This is the well from where you draw waters of wisdom, emotional success, all of that. This is singular to this deck. It's not typical tarot. It's in this deck only. It's the well of wisdom. It's where you go and you cast your emotions, get some water, cast more emotions into this. I think there's a depth of emotion that comes from this observation and this looking back. I think this is the way you go and the place you go to connect with the other side regarding this person. I don't think he knows how to do that. I think you might need to teach him how to connect intuitively. It's like your focus goes from acquiring all this knowledge and competing in the man's world to really understanding what needs to be honored authentically with this person and how that plays a role in your world. Yeah, there's cooperation, collaboration. There is help. This is helping this person figure out what their gift and their talent is and being the benefactor of that. Not just learning those skills, but helping be the benefactor of this person so whatever is his creative stuff can be honored.
I've been yearning to go to Greece ever since I was younger. It's a goal of mine.
Yeah. Page of Wands. The call is there. This is calling out and it's calling forward. This is inspiration. This is wanting to move forward. And the Ten of Pentacles. This is hugely rewarding. When you put the call out and help this person with his gift, it helps you with yours. It helps you in turn. It's almost like you're calling in people to teach this person And because this person is now there and kind of under your care and being taught, you can also acquire more education for yourself. So you've got status from his person, your partner before. You've got ability and the wealth and the ability to call forward people that might teach or instruct. And this person, you've taken them on kind of as a responsibility, almost like a little brother type of a thing. Because it's not quite the child, but it is definitely, he's younger, and it's like a little brother to you in some regards. You want to look out for this person. Yeah, you're able to manifest and pull it all off. It's really pretty impressive, because this magician, you're not supposed to be able to pull this off. You're not supposed to be able to draw this much down on your own, but you do. You call it forward whenever you want wisdom. You're going to this well. You're getting tuned in emotionally. You have all these other elements that you balance really well, but the feminine aspect and the energy of intuition, sometimes you doubt, sometimes you discredit, because it works to your disadvantage in the social structure. Often you've seen it work to the disadvantage of many people that are women, and so you like kind of discounted it a little bit. But this is where you go, that tunes you in and gets you in touch. Then you pull things off. Yeah, that was the whole situation of that life. There does seem to be unfinished business in this. Going to the ghost deck and seeing if there's anything else. What's the unfinished business? Because clearly the relationship with your person that was the significant and his significant finished out. But what else? What's in addition? Like, I don't know what the glass ceiling would have been in that time frame, but, you know, being born girl is pretty much glass ceiling. Then, what's the unfinished business about? Is how do you move forward? How do you soar forward? And how do you make the legitimate offer of the Knight of Cups instead of being a player or being a false knight? How do you do it in a more true sense? How do you do it in a more reciprocal way? Here's this Five of Swords, bully energy, and it's something you want to leave behind, something you want to move beyond. And then you have this Nine of Cups. This is a legitimate offer that's going to come forward this time around. It's going to be a legitimate and genuine on this time around. The energy and the dynamic of the relationship that was in place is shifted. You're like more ready for a legitimate offer your own self in this time around. That's the lesson. So if this person or the one before isn't on the planet interacting with you now, they would be on the other side helping line things up, synchronistic. I think the other person in the previous, the spouse, his lover, and your partner, I think he would be there trying to line things up, and maybe precede you in many lifetimes, actually, like would be involved and then maybe precede you on the exit. You know, he would die before you and then help guide you. That's what it feels like. That's what I've got. So there you have it. Yeah, this life you're crossing over to more equal footing on the relationship. That's what I got.